Today I'm going to show you what I do with some of my gel prints. These are ones I created in a video that I filmed a couple of weeks ago, so if you want to see how I created them, then go back to that video. I'll put the link in the notes. But to begin with, I want to create some more contrasting colours to these. So these are all greens, yellows, oranges and reds. But I want some darker colours to contrast on the collage. So I'm just going to go and make a few on my gel plate and I'll show you how. So I'm using black acrylic paint here because I want to create darker colours on my gel plate. To collage with my autumnal yellows, oranges, reds and greens. So I'm actually using this ivy for these prints. You just want to layer them onto the plate at different angles. Obviously, if you have plants that have smaller leaves and more interesting bits of foliage on them, then it creates a better print for from your gel plate. So you'll see what I mean when I finish this one. I'm actually going to print onto tissue paper here as well. I find that collaging with tissue paper works really well. It creates depth because you can see through whatever you put onto your tissue paper onto the next layer below when you collage it. So yeah, I'm using tissue paper. I don't use wet strength tissue paper. I know a lot of people that use a gel plate do, but I don't. Sometimes it rips slightly, but I just don't feel that I need to use, especially when I'm going to be tearing some of it up or cutting it up. So yeah. A little bit tore in the corner, but it's nothing much. It doesn't affect the print and how I'll use it in my collage. So that's a really nice silhouette print I've done there. And then if you pull off all the leaves, you should be able to create a nice ghost print as well, which will be handy to layer on top of bits of collage. As it's not too warm today, I'm just going to put the tissue straight back down on top of the plate and it should be able to pull something. And there you can see a really nice ghost print that I can use in my collages. You'll also see that because some of it has dried onto the plate, there's a really interesting image that's been left behind on the plate. So I'm going to pull that too. I'm just going to use some gel matte medium and to pull the last of what's on the plate up. It just looks too interesting to get rid of it. I think there might have been a bit of yellow still on my roller, so it's ended up being a little bit yellowy as well here, which is fine. Again, I'm going to print on tissue paper. If you don't think it's quite pulled up, then you can keep smoothing it just to see if you can pull more of the image up. You probably won't get a perfect image unless you leave it for a while to dry. But that's fine, I quite like the imperfect, it's great for collage. And there you can see I've created 3 prints to collage with. So I've made a few contrasting gel prints with different leaves, so I can use these in my collages. Okay, so I'm just collaging into an old diary that I don't use anymore. I just thought it was really pretty. So I tend to gather ideas and collage, sometimes paint into here, and it gives me a space to play so that I can then come up with ideas for final pieces and directions that I want to take my gel prints in. I sometimes find it helpful to have like a format that I'm working to. So for today, you'll probably see that I've drawn out a vague sort of rectangle onto the sheets of paper so that I can work kind of within those guidelines, although I might go over the edge. We'll see. So let's get started. A top tip is to use a heat gun to dry all the pages so that you can turn the page for the next collage. So the first 2 collages are done, and this is a starting point. So as you go on, you hopefully will be able to experiment a bit more, try some different shapes, and hopefully create some different collages. So today I've created 4 different collages using the gel prints that I made. These could be used as cards, or you could frame them and put them on your wall. There's lots of things you can do with them. I hope this has inspired you to go away and have a go at collaging some of your gel prints. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment, please like, and please subscribe. I've got lots more videos on gel printing and collage. Thanks, bye.